hello and welcome to the show. Now, one of the latest inclusions to Forza Motorsport is a rather interesting car. This is a Dodge Challenger. It is a TransAm vehicle, something that we've not really seen much of, a modern TransAm vehicle, I should say. Something you don't see very much in games very often at all, and while I have seen them occasionally at Goodwood, yes, it's certainly not the biggest, most well-known series in this part of the world, most definitely. They are quite crazy cars. It has 855 horsepower. You can take the restrictors off and give it even more. It weighs, well, not very much, has massive tyres. It's a fantastically crazy vehicle. So, naturally, when we have a new car, what better thing to do than to get a field of them together and go racing? For our first race, we have come to Indianapolis. Who knows what this may end up being like. Hopefully it'll be a half-decent race and none of the liveries have loaded. Well, I am the one with the orange car. Who would have thought it? There is looking like something going to go to the inside. It's always interesting trying to get through turn one here. There is one car has escaped across the dirt, an awkward angle. I think it might be a Brazen actually, possibly, who got out wide in trouble at turn number one. I mean, we stayed roughly where we are. It's kind of a mad vehicle, this one. A little bit wide there. Can we get to the inside of an ollie down the back straight? I don't quite know where to. I don't quite know where to brake. Down this one, and to not go into the back of a longbow. We'll be side by side now. It's very gently with the throttle through this section. They are absolute brutes of cars, which is, I mean, they're fun. They're something different. I don't have the patience for this car, but there we go. It is all side by side through here. Oh, I'm locking up the brakes. We have passed an ollie just about, although ollie's gone for a cutback. I tried leaving it in third for better track. I think second is the way to go if you can stop the wheel spins. It looks like Stevie and Brazen are running away at the front in this one. We may end up going a little bit sideways. Nope. Oh, what's happened? What's broken? Something's broken. I don't know who's broken. There's a car broken on the grid. Now, that's going to end poorly, I sense. We are going to go for a big lunge into turn one, and it did not work. We slightly locked the rears, and it tipped the car sideways. We are going to fight. There's a big train of cars now as we are fighting one another. We may be able to stick this around the outside of longbow and make the most. Oh, and get the position just. Well, we've been a little bit wobbly over that section. We were both spinning the wheels and sliding the car around down there. Ollie's looking to the outside. Oh, I think it is the longbow train currently going on. The leaders are busy fighting for position here. Can we... I want to look for a way past. There is not quite the traction to do that, even with the soft tyres on this. It's on the slicks and everything, but even then, that is not enough traction to... Oh, okay, that was, again, really struggling getting the braking right. I think Longbow is braking a little bit, let's say. That was not even trying to go for an overtake. That's just where I want to brake for that corner. And, yeah, Longbow is maybe a little bit cautious. I'm being a little bit brave. And then, when things go awry, we're just locking the rears. Don't know why we've got a stuck car on the grid. It's moved since last time. I'm not sure whether it's stuck there for everybody or just for me. We are having real rear locking issues with this. We've got away with it again, but yeah, not very comfortable, not very good for lap time either. Ollie is the one now looking for a way onto the podium. Oh God, the first curb spatters over the second one. That was a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, maybe don't hit the curbs with this car. How late dare we go? Well, that's better. We've at least managed to get it slowed down this time around without it sliding around everywhere. We've managed to keep Edu away on that wider line. We're caught up to this pair now as we are going through the next corner. We need to find a way past Longbow at the moment. If there's any chance at a podium, we've got to find a way past quickly before Ollie escapes away. We're going to draw alongside, but it is really the wrong side here, I think, for the next corner. If you can keep your nose there, but you can't get a good enough exit doing that, and then you're on a really tight line through here, which is less than ideal. Now we are back on the power. I think we're going to lose this position. If I can get the braking right, it's damn fast down the straight. If I can get braking right into turn 1, that would be a good start here. At least we are stopped without any big sideways moments. I don't think we're ever really going to go around the outside of turn 1 necessarily. Third gear. It's just not quick enough in third to make that one work, really. No, there's a car slow down there on the apex, but there's no real room for us. We'll attack that curb through there. We have got a good run down the back straight. Can we get some slipstream off of Longbow? I mean, we might be able to chuck it to the inside a little bit. Nope, there is all crisscrossing going on. That may let us up a position if we can get the nose alongside. We may keep it there, which we do. Oh, and then I just snagged the brakes ever so slightly. We're still side by side. We're trying to get on the power, and the back's just trying to squirm away while we are fighting. Stevie and Brazen miles out in front, enjoying a relatively calm race. It's far from calm back here. We have chucked it up the inside, and that pass will work for 5th place. Try and get on that power nicely once again. Nope, not got this corner right. Struggling to get this corner right. And it's important to get right because it's, it's all about getting momentum down the straight. However, fighting further back. That is good news. That is what we want to see. That will help us out massively. I think someone's managed to push the stricken car down the road. I have absolutely no idea what's going on there. Very weird. Trying third gear again. I thought I carried more speed through that section, which I think maybe we did, but I still think second and try and deal with the wheel spin is the way to go. Okay, over the curbs we head. Ollie's not really escaped too far away in front. The battle behind has really dropped them back. I'm not sure I'm close enough for a big dive under brakes. I'm a little bit wary, having made contact with Longbow a couple of times so far. I'm a little bit wary about trying to be too aggressive under brakes. Definitely making up some time through here. This might be the best spot for an overtake. Longbow put a wheel on the curb. That will wheel on the curb, wheel on the grass. This will hopefully work for me to get the place. It is a little bit of a rude pass. It was a little forceful. We needed to find a way past at some point. No, don't slide. To be fair, actually, I did think we were further alongside Longbow than we actually were. In our fighting, Edu has caught up, and that'll do it. That will do it. We're going to have to go defensive, I think, down towards turn 1. It's going to be 3 wide in the braking zone, and I am almost backwards through there. Keep the car in 4th if we can. Side by side all the way through this first section. I'm on a really tight line. Longbow's going to look. I'm going to try and not leave the door open on the exit here. Ollie has very much escaped away with that podium at the moment, unless we can do something magical with 2 laps to go, which I don't think we can. Not really. I think we're going to run out of lap time. Run out of laps, sorry, to do it. I don't know whether I'm fast enough either. This is very much not a me sort of car. It's cool, and I love that it exists in the game. However, it is not the sort of car that I am generally that good at driving. However, we have pulled a little bit of a gap here. I don't know whether it's going to be enough. Their fight has, as expected, dropped them back a little bit. We will get ourselves turned through here. Ollie's actually caught the leaders slightly, which is, well, I say is good. It's not going to be enough. There's not going to be a big fight, unfortunately, to let me catch up. We're not going to catch up 4 seconds in a lap. We've had a better kind of final sector through there. There's a big gaggle of TransAm cars behind. Actually, Ollie really caught those leaders in all of this. We can go for a quick lap. I don't think it's going to be fastest lap of the race, but we can try. No, it's not going to be fastest lap of the race doing like that. We're a little bit out of shape through turn 1. So much. I don't normally drive cars like this. A lot of concentration goes on in just getting every little bit right around this circuit. It's all I say. It's all on the power delivery. It's so crucial. And a bit under brakes. It was a bit dicey to start with, trying to get it slowed down and not have the back end wanting to overtake the front. The rear locking, a real thing, a real issue with this car. We are getting caught a little bit through this mid-sector. Maybe not quite got the pace of Edu around here. We will try as much as we can, but in many ways, most importantly, is to not beans it up into these final couple of corners. Don't get a big slide, don't put a wheel on the dirt. Very easy to lose a lot of time doing that one. Oh, I didn't set the end of race timer correctly. That's my bad. As we round the final corner, yeah, we do not quite have the pace of the car behind. I don't think we were a million miles off. I don't know whether that 21.9 was my final lap, because we know we were going quicker. Possibly must have been, actually, because that was dirty as well. I don't even know where I dirtied that one, but there we go. Yeah, we had an okay amount of pace. It was very difficult to be consistent. Terrifying car to drive in many ways, that one. Brazen took victory. Stevie was second. Ollie was on the podium. We fought a long time with Lombo, Itu, and Pega. It was, yeah, God, it's an absolute brute of a car. It's definitely a real experience driving with that one. We head to Road America for our next race. I am not confident, and starting this far up the grid is probably a bad idea. Liam's car is wet. It was Liam's car that was broken down last time. We don't quite know why. It had drive, but it didn't have any steering for unknown reasons. I do not know Road America very well. So this is a track I don't really know, and a car that does not... I changed up too soon. A car that does not suit me. Whoa, this could only go well. We're going to spin the wheels up a little bit through here. Okay, big line of cars. If we can follow some people, that should be fine. It looks miserable weather, but this isn't the variable weather, so it shouldn't rain. I guess it could surprise us and absolutely chuck it down, and then there'd be a lot of scared people, and Blakey's gone round. Wasn't there an IndyCar crash like that not so long ago? We're just replicating IndyCar crashes. I want to say it was Rossi spun under brakes there, but I could be completely wrong. A couple of years ago, I don't remember. We are so that is the braking issues with this car. It's sketchy as anything. I think Blakey's the first to actually fully spin it under braking. A lot have just been going kind of semi-sideways into corners. God, I don't know how fast we are able to go through the kink at this track. It's a good track, Road America. I just don't know it. I know the shorter layout's better that we don't have anymore. Don't really know the main layout. So yeah, this is gonna be sketchy, I think. Okay, it's kind of a sort of a tap on the brakes a bit through there as we head down the next straight. Liam's not had a great start in this one either. Whoa, we are not stopping. Hello, Ewan. Oh dear. Yeah, there was some issues. There was some issues under braking on that. That is a slight bit of inexperience, and I daren't press the brake. I don't know what the limit is on the brake before it just locks up. It's so difficult to judge. You saw what happened to Blakey. If you get it wrong, you lock up and you just go for a spin. It's difficult. I like having different vehicles, different categories of cars, categories that you might not see so much or so often in games. The TransAm cars are cool. They are one of the tougher race cars that I have come across to drive. Oh, try and slow that one down a bit. Ninetales is going to go underneath, and it is going to work for them. Longbow is currently leading the way here. We will hopefully sit in the draft and see what we can do. Don't know where we need to brake. Wait until Ninetales starts braking, and about the same time I think we're going on the brake. I'm not really looking for an overtake at the moment. I'm just looking for getting through a couple of corners. No, third gear again didn't really work. Actually thought we were high enough in the rev range to get away with that one. We might be able to get underneath Gliska here. Yeah, Gliska got a slide on the exit. I will say thank you very much for that one. We're going to get a slide through the next corner. All sorts of wiggling going on. I think Shadow's coming with us at the moment. Big scramble up at the front. Longbow is once again defending and making the TransAm car very, very wide indeed. I'm waiting for there to be a very big smash on this next corner. It is a genuine concern. I think it would be an easy place to have a very big accident. Oh, Danger Man's had an off. Danger Man got away with it, just about. Went off, brushed the wall, maybe clonked the wall a bit, but oh, I'm going to struggle to stop. Down here, no, we have pulled it up in time. God, it's trying to unlock the rear brakes while still stopping. It wasn't actually the worst. In the end, it wasn't the worst getting stopped at that part. It was scary, but it wasn't the worst. Oh, Ninetales is backing it into the final corner as well. We've got a few more laps to try and make our way up the running order. I mean, Longbow has kept the field in remarkably bunched. We're doing a great defensive drive up at the front here. Can we... We're not really looking for an overtake into turn one. We're too far back to be sort of diving under brakes. So I'm actually happy in some ways to just be a little bit cautious. I'm happy to brake. We are under a bit of pressure from Shadow, but you know, that particular braking zone, I didn't have to be absolutely on the limit and just focus on getting the clean exit. Ollie has got to the lead of the race now. Brazen. There's a lot of changes going on up at the front. They keep fighting. It's going to be like a 9-car battle for the lead here. There's just a big train of TransAm cars. Danger Man is out wide. We are a little bit out wide. Don't put a wheel on the dirt. That's a bad idea. This is a really big gaggle of cars. Shadow's going to have a look. Oh, someone's having a spin. It is an Impega in trouble. Whoa, we ended up out of the groove, and we are going to go round. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not much Shadow could have done in that one, unfortunately. I saw where Impega was about to come back on the circuit, and I was desperately trying to avoid where Impega was going to be, and I was already at the limit of grip, basically, in my car, and we had to suddenly go very slow mid-corner. Yeah, not much Shadow can do, and I've suddenly slowed down. Yeah, that's a shame. We were in the fight. I mean, as I said, I knew I was always likely to struggle at this circuit. A little bit. We were in the fight for a while, and then it just went a bit squiffy. Can we chase down a Gliska here? Maybe, if we don't do that. God. I don't think mine is not going to be the last accident, I can tell you that much. We did have the biggest accident. Unfortunately, we had an accident at a very fast corner, what is quite a blind corner around there. It's, yeah, not helpful. In fact, it's amazing, it was only really me, well, I guess it was me and Ewan were the ones very heavily affected by that one. Right. I don't know what good lap time is. I don't know what good lap time is in these cars around here whatsoever. We can again try and go for a fast. I doubt we're going to be really getting fastest laps if we can catch. I think Gliska's another one that does not like this car. Suit them this car. If we can catch, we may be able to find a way past somewhere. Be delicate with the throttle, I say. Actually, we had decent traction through there that time around. I was going to say be delicate with it, but we had enough grip to get away with just going to full throttle at that point. There is a massive fight. I'm going to guess it's in third place that Longbow is holding on to. And, yeah, once you start fighting, so Ollie's broken free. I presume Brazen are broken free. Once you've got that clean air, you can go much, much faster. Oh, Ninetales is off. There has been more shenanigans. Stevie and Ninetales have had a coming together. Well, I did see there was a very big group of cars. Gliska doing essentially what I did last lap. Can we go? I mean, around the outside here is doable. Difficult, but doable. And then you are on the inside for the carousel part, which we are going to try and do. Not quite. Wheel on the dirt. It was almost a very spectacular pass. Do not want to be going side by side into the kink. I think we're going to get the pass done before the corner. The lighting's gone all weird. Not quite sure what's going on. I guess it's maybe it's changing time of day slightly. Lighting has gone. It's become brighter. It has become brighter. We're not going to see any rain. It shouldn't have been able to rain because it wasn't set up in a way that it should allow rain. It's definitely got a bit brighter, at least temporarily. Who knows? We're not going to have time to chase down a speed beast unless unless we had an absolutely amazing run, we would not be able to chase down a speed beast. We will have one more lap of terrifying. We're almost in the top 10. We just need another accident. Not that that's how I want to get a top 10. Never want to get a top 10 that way. However, it is pretty much the only way we are going to get a top 10 is if anything untoward happens to the cars ahead. That was trying to be smooth through turn 1. There's still a bit of sliding. It's a car that makes you make funny noises. I think that is the review of the TransAm. most of them you fearing for your life. On Ninetales has got past Gliska. Please don't catch by the end of the race. Only one lap. We should be able to hold on. Maybe. Don't know where to break down here particularly. That will do at least. If we can just do it composed and controlled, that is the bit that matters. Don't put a wheel on the dirt, because that will be a very big accident over there. Oh, Shadow's had an issue. I'm going to guess a running wide moment. Just yet, cars running out of road. Yeah, I mean, the sky is definitely brightened up. I mean, it always was a little bit brighter over this corner, but I think it has actually got brighter, which is kind of cool to see. Sorry, we're getting distracted. I'm driving a very ridiculous race car. We get distracted slightly by weather. Yeah, it's definitely got a bit brighter as this race has gone on. Not massively helped my performance. However, I want to take this flat, but I am not brave enough. That car, I think it might be able to do it, you know. That was a lift. There wasn't... I don't think there was a tap on the brake. I think there was mostly just a lift through there. So, yeah, if you're more confident with the car and this circuit, I reckon it could do it flat. Brazen has got to the lead of the race and will, I believe, be winning this one because it is not far to go. We will head around the final corner. Oh, Speed Beast may have run wide in that last turn. I mean, we've got a bit of a better lap going on now. I'm sure it's nowhere near what this car is capable of. It looks like Shadow might have lost the drag race with Speed Beast to the finish line. Yeah, we ended up 11th. Not much. Say not much more. We were in the mid-pack fight. We were in that big scramble. But, yeah, once we went round in front of everybody, you're kind of stuffed. You're kind of stuffed at that point. But there we go. An experience most definitely. I had more fun at the track, though, to be fair, than I was expecting. Quite scary, Blakey suddenly being backwards in the braking zone in front of us, though. Now, there was supposed to be a third race, and while it was run at the time, unfortunately, the recording was broken, so we do not have that. Yeah, these are interesting, these are fun, these are very different. They are probably one of the more difficult to drive race cars I have come across in this game. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I am sure they are very difficult cars to drive in real life. To be honest, they are pretty balmy. Yeah, they are tough. For the final race, we did actually tweak the brake pressures because we were running them stock, no tuning or anything along those lines. We did tweak the brake pressures for everybody, and it sorted out the spinning with the cars. It was not always the easiest thing to get stopped, to get the feel for the brakes, but it did sort out the spinning. For some reason, the brake pressure is quite a long way to the rear in these from default, which is unusual. I presume it might be what the real cars do. I don't know why it would, but yeah, it's a strange, it's a little bit of an odd thing. But yeah, when adjusted, they're a bit easier to drive, a bit easier to race. A slight bit less sketchy, but we're only talking a slight bit here. As I said, it's cool to have a vehicle from a different sort of motorsport, that you might not see very often in games. I say it's kind of a shame that we only get one. It would have been interesting to have, I mean, I presume there's a Challenger. I presume they have a Camaro and a Mustang. TransAm would make sense. I've not really seen very much, but it would be perhaps fun to have more than just one, because now all you can really do is a one-make race with them, because there's nothing even remotely close to this car. Or potentially, maybe we will do this at some point, building other vehicles in the game to try and create your own fictional TransAm car. It will probably happen at some point when the upgrade system is less complete and utter total garbage. But there we go. It's a cool addition, but it is one hell of a tough car to drive. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.